Attitude is our strength.
Attitude is never giving in.
Attitude makes us who we are.
1, 2, 3, attitude.
Spinning, hanging, layup, good.
Great job.
Takes it to the top of the rim.
Inside Villanova Basketball with Jay Wright is brought to you by your Quality Plus Ford dealers, proud sponsors of Villanova Wildcats basketball. By the Villanova University Office of Conference Services, the main line to your next successful meeting or special program. By Plymouth Country Club. By Mainline Diagnostic Imaging, the Delaware Valley's leader in outpatient diagnostic imaging. By Pico, they put their energy into helping you save energy and money. And by UPS.
We are Villanova University, passionate students, fearless innovators, future leaders. We are proud and grounded by humility. We learn together, work together, and celebrate together. We ignite change, making a difference together. Ignite change. Go Nova.
Gunderman Group.
Gunderman Group is growing.
Getting in a groove. Growth is gratifying.
Goal is to grow.
Gotta get greater growth.
I just talked to UPS. They've got expert advice, special discounts, new technologies, like smart pickups. They'll only show up when you print a label, and it's automatic. We save time and money.
Time?
Money?
Time and money.
Awesome.
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 I love logistics.
The design of the Ford Escape is clearly intended to grab your eye. Oh, and your foot. Huh, ain't that a kick? The Ford Escape with the foot-activated liftgate. Go open up something interesting. Go further.
Come on, man. Come on.
An energy-guzzling refrigerator can waste up to $150 a year. At Pico, we'll pick up your old fridge and pay you $50. Pico, we put our energy into helping you save energy and money.
Hello, I'm Jay Wright, and welcome to another edition of Inside Villanova Basketball. This week, we're going to talk about our core values, and the most important core value we have on the basketball court is our defense. Everything starts with our defense. Our defense creates our offense. Our defense is our identity. We want to be able to go into a game and think we might not make shots, but if we don't make shots, our defense is going to keep us in it. And most people think it's important that you play together on offense. We really believe it's more important that you play together on defense. We're not worried as much about what the other team does as we are what we do and how we react to each other on the defensive end of the floor. That's really the basic fundamentals of our defense.
As the highest scoring team in the Big East, the Villanova Wildcats know the other side of the floor might be even more important. It's all about hustle, discipline, and effort. 5 players on the floor, each knowing how to cover his own man, but ready to help a beaten teammate. And it's about creating opportunities. This year's Cats defense has led the Big East for most of the season with fewest points allowed. And it's been a point of emphasis, literally from the first words the head coach spoke to his team in October.
Because it's the first day officially, let's really make sure we work on our defense and our rebounding. Because if we look at our losses last year, if you look at all those losses, our defensive field goal percentage was like 46%, right? It was games where we didn't make shots, but what we pride ourselves in is having that game where we don't make shots, but we keep the opponent under 41%, and we out-rebound them. This is what we got to live every day.
The habits are formed from the first day each Wildcat steps on the floor as a freshman. Defend, play a team game on the defensive side, and hone the instincts that are necessary to make the system work.
It's more based on just being decisive and just, if you're gonna make your decision, make it as hard as you can and try and make it together with your teammates. Coach Wright always uses the phrase that while we're watching film, here's an example of us not playing our smartest or executing as well as we could, but playing together that we actually got the defensive stop.
You come in with that defensive, competitive mentality that you want to win the game. The coaching staff comes into play when you want to learn the concepts and how to do that the right way and how to max out what you have in terms of competitiveness and instinct. And they give you the habits and the technique to do so.
No score on the ball side. Now, if he skips it and we whack out and they make a play on the weak side, fine. But we're not letting them score on the ball side. Everybody got that?
While the concepts sound simple, it's executing them for the entire game that's setting this year's Cats apart.
Any team could really have one good defensive possession where maybe they get a shot clock violation, maybe a player draws a charge, or maybe someone blocks a shot or gets a steal. But to do that for 40 minutes every possession is what makes us a better team than we were last year.
Let's take pride defensively finishing this. You understand? Don't worry about getting the shots. Darrun's having a great night hitting shots. Don't worry about it. Let's keep doing what we do defensively, all right?
The improvement shows in more than just points allowed. Through 28 games, they've been one of the best in the Big East at defending the three, and their league-leading turnover margin has other benefits as well.
Defense and rebounding creates our most effective offense. Our highest percentage offense that we run is what? Attack.
Poked away by Pinkston and controlled by Booth. Booth looks to push. Booth now hanging off the glass on a great take by the freshman.
Villanova's team field goal percentage jumps from 47% to an eye-popping 59% after a rebound or a steal. 18.5 points per game off turnovers is almost a quarter of the points they've scored all year.
Picked off by Hilliard. Hilliard a one-on-one with Smith. Rivera goes in, layup good in transition. Cats lead 21-9.
On the way to a second straight Big East regular season title.
And now Hilliard picks off. Ahead of the pack. Hilliard two-handed jam.
If we're gonna lose a game, that's gonna feel terrible. But if we're gonna lose a game, let's make sure we stay true to who we are.
If you're planning your organization's next meeting or event, consider the Villanova University Office of Conference Services. You'll find state-of-the-art meeting facilities, award-winning dining services, modern guest apartments, professional one-stop planning assistance, and a convenient location right on the prestigious Villanova campus. Call us at 610-519-7580 or visit us at conferenceservices.villanova.edu. Villanova University Conference Services, the main line to your next successful meeting or special program.
Today, a doctor sees an MRI of a traumatic sports injury, a mammogram of tiny tumors, a CT scan of blocked blood vessels. MDI is the Delaware Valley's leader in outpatient diagnostic imaging, and we provide answers. From mammography with computer-aided detection to the most advanced open and high-field MRI. Our board-certified radiologists and supportive staff provide unsurpassed patient-focused care. MDI, Delaware Valley's leader in outpatient diagnostic imaging.
If you're a Delaware Valley golfer looking for the perfect place to call home, come take a look at Plymouth Country Club, located minutes west of Center City, Philadelphia, in beautiful Plymouth Meeting. This superior design will challenge your game and soothe your spirit. The clubhouse includes banquet facilities for up to 300, the perfect location for your wedding or special event. Plymouth Country Club offers a private club experience at a daily fee price, with membership starting at just $260 a month. Call or visit us on the web before this special offer disappears.
We are Villanova University, passionate students, fearless innovators, future leaders. We are proud and grounded by humility. We learn together, work together, and celebrate together. We ignite change, making a difference together. Ignite change. Go Nova.
seniors. Try to keep your concentration. I know this is a big night for you, but as soon as we get done this, let's get a way to get your head right back into. Your job is to make sure we play Villanova basketball. You take care of making sure we're playing defense, we're rebounding, we're diving on loose balls. You're setting the tone like you have this whole season.
Darrun Hilliard, freshman, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Yeah, I came in, I was a kid, man. I was 17 here on campus. And I was just like, man, what am I doing? Like, what is going on here? I on the phone with my mom, like, Mom, I don't know if I can do this. You gotta come get me.
Yo, what happened on the weak side that we didn't get matched up? What happened? Did you both point to a man on the weak side, or did you not point to a man?
I thought we did, but then we just were friends with the same guy and we didn't cover.
Who called that guy? I know, but who called him before that?
Neither of us.
Then you didn't call it on the weak side.
It was just tough, because physically I was going through days where I couldn't physically do anything. It was hard for me to get a rebound, to push the ball up the floor, and just to be the player that I'm normally used to being at that time. 13 and 19, it's not so good. So I think that season really helped me and Javon, because Coach Wright was telling us some things, and it was hard for us to do it, and we were just getting killed for it. I think that year just really helped us be leaders.
Hilliard comes up with a steal. Hilliard down the lane, layup is good. We're tied at 61.
If you guys don't have the ball in your hand, both of you, you're standing around like this. That's what you're doing right now. You're never down like this ready to shoot. That's why you're shooting a poor percentage. Not because you're not good shooters, because you're lazy off the ball. If the ball's not in your, both of you, if the ball's not in your hands, you're not doing anything.
Coming in as a kid, not knowing what was going on, Coach he wasn't easy on me. He wasn't holding my hand through it. He was in my face. He was pushing me to be the person I am today.
Darrun's a guy that came to us very well schooled in discipline and character by his mom, his dad. We never had any issues with him off the court, but as a basketball player, not really from the streets of Philadelphia, where he had a great feel for what it took to be a great player at this level. And there's probably not any guy we've had that I've been tougher on than Darrun, because we just felt that he's talented, but until he gets physically and mentally tougher, he's not going to be able to use that talent. That's not a pretty thing, to have to really be hard on somebody who's a really good person and who trusts you, and you're constantly on him and beating him down to break him down, to make him strong. It's not fun. It's not enjoyable for either one of us.
It's kind of like he's seen the future. He's seen what Darrun Hilliard could be. And I'm not done yet. I'm not a finished product yet, but he kind of seen my best, and he knew it was inside of me, and hold on 1 second.
We both struggled through it, but man, Darrun Hilliard showed that he's got the mental toughness, the trust, and the physical toughness to take that, and now it's who he is, and you see it on the court. He's an assassin, and off the court, he's the greatest kid in the world. But to see him become the type of killer he is on the court makes me so proud, and it really makes me admire him to know what he had to go through to get there.
That's the reason why I came here. My mom just wanted me to go to college and become a man. Just send me to Coach Wright and come back as a man, basically is what she said. And so when I committed, that was her biggest goal. Obviously the degree, but she knew going to Coach Wright, she was gonna turn me into a man. He wasn't gonna sugarcoat anything. He wasn't gonna babysit me. When I got in trouble, he was gonna make me pay for it. And yeah, he's just an incredible person, man. He really is. I'm really not supposed to be here. I come from a town where it's just like, what are you gonna do? You graduate high school, what do you do now, you know? The bus ride to the arena, you see all the things that you used to walk by growing up and even see the people that are still there, walking the same streets and going out and not being able to put the ball in the basket was kind of tough. It was a great test for me personally, just to see how my teammates were going to react towards it, and they reacted perfectly.
Ennis way out on the left wing. Shot fake, fires, and buries a three, and that could be the dagger of this game.
Honestly, I wouldn't have had it any other way. I'd rather have it like that than me going out and score 30 points. I would rather go out and miss a couple shots and just see how we all reacted together.
Good evening and welcome inside Hinkle Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana.
From myself and Javon to the walk-ons, we truly love each other as brothers and do anything for each other on and off the court. And it's just a special thing that it's very hard for another team to break us.
Ties Allen Ray for a school record for the most threes ever made in the history of Villanova basketball from three-point range in a single game. Archidiakono, top of the key, back to Hilliard, open three, right wing to win it. He's got it, 1.2 to go.
I was so tired. I was dead tired, and Arch just comes and hugs me, and somebody's grabbing on my shirt, and I'm like, yo, you gotta hold me up, because I'm so tired. Like, I can't do nothing right now.
Proud of him. Great job. Proud of him, man. Yes, sir. Really proud of him.
This is gonna be my last time playing here and in front of the fans here, and I just can't believe it's here. It's like a dream. Like, I'm just waiting for somebody to pinch me, wake me up. I just never thought that I'd be here in this position at Villanova, almost getting my degree, finishing out. Because like I said, I'm really not supposed to be here. I'm truly blessed and honored to be a part of something just special, and whatever coach asked me to do, I did. Whatever coach wanted me to do, I did. If he told me something, I'm gonna do it. And just kind of led by example. Wasn't the one who yelled and screamed a lot, but if coach got on Darrun Hilliard, or if coach told Darrun Hilliard something, Darrun Hilliard's gonna do it and respond with the best attitude possible.
We are Villanova University. Passionate students, fearless innovators, future leaders. We are proud and grounded by humility. We learn together, work together, and celebrate together. We ignite change, making a difference together. Ignite change. Go Nova.
Amazing. The rush of driving a Mustang. Felt like never before.
I could probably cry right now.
Wow.
That's insane.
It makes you feel like,
Wow. That is amazing.
Introducing the all-new Ford Mustang. Experience more online now.
Come on, man. Come on.
An energy-guzzling refrigerator can waste up to $150 a year. At Pico, we'll pick up your old fridge and pay you $50. Pico, we put our energy into helping you save energy and money.
If you're planning your organization's next meeting or event, consider the Villanova University Office of Conference Services. You'll find state-of-the-art meeting facilities, award-winning dining services, modern guest apartments, professional one-stop planning assistance, and a convenient location right on the prestigious Villanova campus. Call us at 610-519-7580 or visit us at conferenceservices.villanova.edu. Villanova University Conference Services, the main line to your next successful meeting or special program.
we could do it, but I did, and so did they.
Villanova has moved to the brink of capturing this championship by blazing away at 79% from the floor. That, an NCAA tournament record. This would be one of the greatest upsets in the history of championship games of the NCAA tournament.
The electricity and the excitement in the arena that night was just crazy. You had to be at your absolute best in order to hope to compete with them. If you look at a team shot of the Georgetown team and you look at a team shot of our team, even now you go, how did this team win?
Nobody ever said, you know what, we're about to win this whole thing. Nobody said that. We just felt it. We just knew it was our time.
After a timeout, Harold Jensen was chose to take the ball out, and I told Harold, I would love it if you got me the basketball. I think I'd missed one foul shot in the entire tournament, and with 2 seconds on the clock, all they could do was foul. As I made my move, I got tripped up, fell, and he still threw me the ball. So it was just a matter of securing it and just laying there. And I knew if I just grabbed it and just didn't move, there'll be no travel. And then when I heard the clock expire, that's when the euphoria let off.
That's it. Villanova has got it.
Cinderella wears the glass slipper. The Villanova Wildcats are the champions of college basketball.
It's just a magical time for all of us, and kind of, you know, catching lightning in a bottle, whatever you want to call it. It happened, and we were really fortunate to have it happen to us.
And to finally be on that pinnacle, holding the ball, no time on the clock, against the mighty Hoyas of Georgetown, it was something that I thought about a long time and was happy to accomplish.
Today, a doctor sees an MRI of a traumatic sports injury, a mammogram of tiny tumors, a CT scan of blocked blood vessels. MDI is the Delaware Valley's leader in outpatient diagnostic imaging, and we provide answers. From mammography with computer-aided detection to the most advanced open and high-field MRI. Our board-certified radiologists and supportive staff provide unsurpassed patient-focused care. MDI, Delaware Valley's leader in outpatient diagnostic imaging.
We are Villanova University. Passionate students, fearless innovators, future leaders. We are proud and grounded by humility. We learn together, work together, and celebrate together. We ignite change, making a difference together. Ignite change. Go Nova.
Gunderman Group.
Gunderman Group is growing.
Getting in a groove. Growth is gratifying.
Goal is to grow.
Gotta get greater growth.
I just talked to UPS. They've got expert advice, special discounts, new technologies, like smart pickups. They'll only show up when you print a label, and it's automatic. We save time and money.
Time?
Money?
Time and money.
Awesome.
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 I love logistics.
We're going to take a look at a real character on campus, Harry Peretta, our women's basketball coach. He's coming up to 700 wins in his career. He's a Philly guy. He's somebody on campus that we all love. I look to for guidance sometimes and laughter sometimes. Here he is, Harry Peretta.
A stop along the way has turned into quite the long-term relationship.
The original plan out of college was to teach high school and coach high school. That was the original plan. And then when this job opened, it was part-time, it wasn't full-time. And when I took it, I said, I'll take it for a couple of years.
A couple, 37, whatever. He's still Harry.
It's the same person, but acting differently, I think. I was a little much more animated 20 years ago, 30 years ago, just because you were young and you didn't know any better. About 10 years ago, I started saying, man, I just can't maintain that type of intensity level. So I started to just tone it down. I think any coach who stays in coaching for over 30 some years has to adjust to the changing times.
15 20-win seasons and 10 trips to the NCAAs have taught Harry some lessons, like root for your neighbor from across the hall.
When the men's program does well, people know their name. And it's also helpful because our men's coach is open to help us recruit. He's not a selfish guy. He just wants to do what's best for his program, and he also understands that he can be helpful to others, and he's willing to give his time. So once you have that basic philosophy of being unselfish, then it's easy to get along with not just me, but it's easy to get along with everybody.
It's all about perspective.
If you don't recruit kids that can't laugh at themselves and admit when they make a mistake, then they can't learn that simple philosophy of not knowing how good you're not. Because once you know how good you're not, then you can get better. But if you think you're better than what you are, you're dangerous. And that's why I think we've been successful here, because we've had most of the kids we've had buy into that. You have to always look at the end goal. Like for me, the end goal is for the kids to graduate, get a good job, and move on. If you can keep that in perspective, it doesn't mean you don't go crazy about the wins and losses, because you do, but you recover from it much quicker. Because when I do go crazy about the wins and the losses, then a week later or a month later, then we'll sit down and say, well, this kid's going to go work for, Goldman Sachs.
Watching his former players move on and thrive in life after Villanova is the focus, not his career win total.
I just do it for the next group that comes in and the group you have now. You don't think about that I don't know if I ever thought about it. You might think about it when you get close to it, because then Dean tells me how close I am to it, and then I get all like goofy, you know what I'm saying? But you never really think of it at the time.
Then, of course, there are those voices that every veteran coach seems to hear.
My kids, it was really interesting. Years ago, Stephen and Michael would see me talk to myself, and they would always, when they were little, they would look around the room and say, who are you talking to? Well, now they're older, they understand why I'm talking to myself. But that's the grinding part. You sit there and you just think about every game. How can you win this game? How can you do this? How can you do that? And it just grinds you down. But like I said, you have to see the humor in it. And if you see the humor in it, then it brings you back to reality. People always say to me, like, why did you stay at Villanova? Like, why don't you go get like a big SEC job? And I'm like, it's not me, because they're too serious. Like, it's really serious there. Like, Villanova's philosophy fits my philosophy. And it's like, I will not get fired for losing games. I'll get fired if my kids don't graduate. And Villanova makes it easy to live that philosophy, because they don't judge you on the winning and the losing. So this is the right place for me.
Harry talks to himself a little bit more than most coaches, although we all do a little bit. But he holds long conversations. He's a great one. We're glad we have him, and we hope we have him for years to come. Well, that's going to do it for another edition of Inside Villanova Basketball. Until next time, I'm Jay Wright. Go Cats.
Inside Villanova Basketball with Jay Wright is brought to you by your Quality Plus Ford dealers, proud sponsors of Villanova Wildcats basketball, by the Villanova University Office of Conference Services, the main line to your next successful meeting or special program, by Plymouth Country Club, by Mainline Diagnostic Imaging, the Delaware Valley's leader in outpatient diagnostic imaging, by Pico, they put their energy into helping you save energy and money, and by UPS.